I am Patrick Joyce. I'm the father of the bride. So thank you everyone for being here. I'd like to thank everyone here being here today for the marriage of my daughter Amanda to Leyton. Leyton, officially want to say welcome to the family. For those of you who have traveled far and near or across the river, I would like to say thank you for making this trip for Amanda and Leyton's wedding. It does mean a lot to both of them and to all of us here. I'd also like to thank Melissa and Lance for raising such a fine young man, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. In particular, since he may be my new son-in-law, thanks for making him such a responsible man that loves and cherishes my daughter. You have set the bar high for how a man should act and treat another man's daughter, and for that, I truly thank you. So every wedding is special, of course, but to see your daughter get married, it is something else. Amanda, you look absolutely beautiful, truly do. Especially in your wedding gown at the church. By having the dual pleasure today, walking down the aisle with Jason, this is a memory I'll always cherish. And you look stunning, and Leyton, you look pretty fetching yourself there. So I remember in 2014, Amanda, she told me, I found out that she had a boyfriend. And there's a lot of thoughts that come to a person's mind, especially when their firstborn daughter decides to have a boyfriend. I'm sure other people can think of that as well. So when thinking about this day, I never had any dread. I've been asked a few times today, were you nervous? Are you nervous? No, I'm not. They've been together for 5 years. The most nervous portion about it is to make sure everything's coming to par here with all the weather and everything. But other than that, I have no thoughts. However, my thoughts do go back to the day that she was born. I do remember the room at St. Alexis. I remember helping to cut her umbilical cord. I remember calling my own grandpa and exactly telling him that I was a father, and he gave me a piece of advice. And I'm not going to share that with you guys. That's between me and my grandpa, but I will share it with you guys someday. I remember when I first went to basic training, and the very first letter I ever received, I received this little picture of Amanda on it. She was on a postcard looking as cute as ever, and I remember the card read, "Daddy, are you ever coming home?"
I, Leyton, take you, Amanda, to be my wife. I promise to be faithful to you, in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, to love you and to honor you all the days of my life.
I, Amanda, take you, Leyton, to be my husband. I promise to be faithful to you, in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, to love you and to honor you all the days of my life.
I've never been a homesicky kind of guy, but when you get a letter like that, especially from a girl, and she was just a little baby at the time, and you can't go home, it was one of the harder letters for a father to receive. So when you do get that invite asking from your little girl to come home, always take that opportunity. I remember my very last hug from her before I went over to Seas, Iraq. I remember receiving her pictures and drawings and letters that she sent to me, which I still have. I remember when she started middle school at the 6th grade academy. I remember driving her to volleyball practice, games, drama, tennis. I remember her first year, sophomore year in high school. I remember when I made her get her license because I was sick and tired of telling her she had to keep driving around. And usually people don't have to force teenagers to get licensed. This one we had to. I remember the day Amanda graduated, and I remember the day that Leyton was there with her also. And same thing with her getting one of very many degrees and going on all that. I remember all the times when Amanda was a little girl, and I wish that I could do it all over again and have my little girl back. I wish I could have that time, especially now being the man I am today, knowing what I know now, and being able to raise a daughter again through the lens of a 40-plus-year-old man versus a 19, 20-year-old kid. It's a lot of difference. However, I am more than thrilled that Leyton is the man to be there to hand her off to. I truly am. I know that you two will have a long and happy life together with many more adventures. I'd also like to thank Tracy and Jason for helping me raise such a wonderful young woman. I'd also like to thank my mom, I'd like to thank Sandy, and I'd like to thank Bob. you guys were also there. As I said, we were kids who had kids. And that was tough, but we got through it, and look where we are today. So that's that. So from the bottom of my heart, though, Mom, Sandy, Bob, Tracy, Jason, thank you guys very much for helping me raise my daughter, our daughter. Last but certainly not least, you two have been together for a long time, enough to know most of the rules about relationships. I may not be the best person to take relationship advice from. I fully know that. I have been learning, and I do know a few things. You need to know when to keep your mouth shut and when to answer. Leyton, I'm still working on that. My wife can attest to that. So later, if you want to teach me more tricks, I can certainly learn. My advice, though, is always hold hands, guys. Always kiss. Always touch the small of her back. Always open doors for her. The little things. It's the little things I found that are the most important out of anything. As long as you do those little things, they'll build the foundation for the bigger things. And when a bigger thing happens, as Father was saying later, it's going to happen. You guys have been down that road, and it will happen. But as long as you fall back and you have the little things with you guys, that's all that matters.